Hello and welcome. Have you ever been writing something and just stopped, wondering if you should use your or your? Or maybe that classic one, it's versus its? Well, we're going to clear all of that up today. We're talking about those little words we use to show who owns what, something we do all the time in English. Let's jump right in. It really all starts with a super simple question, right? Like this one. Whose pen is this? If you've ever felt that tiny bit of hesitation about which word to pick, you are definitely in the right place. And I promise, by the time we're done here, you'll be answering questions like this with total confidence. So here's our game plan. We'll start with the absolute basics, then I'll share one golden rule that honestly changes everything. We'll see how it works, look at a few common mistakes to avoid, and then of course, we'll put your new skills to the test. Okay, first things first. What exactly are we even talking about? Well, at their core, they're just the words we use to show who owns something. Simple as that. Now, the official grammar name for these is possessive determiners, but honestly, I just think of them as little signposts, words like my, your, or her that point to an owner. And the most important thing to remember is where they go. They always show up right before a noun. Like my car, their house, his idea. All right, let's get to the most important part of this whole explainer. Seriously, if you only remember one thing today, make it this. This is the key that unlocks everything and makes it all so much easier. So a lot of people see a chart like this and think, oh, great, I have to memorize all of this. I becomes my, she becomes her. But what if I told you there's a much easier way? A way where you don't have to memorize anything at all, because one simple rule does all the work for you. And here it is. This is the golden rule. The word you choose depends on the owner, not the object. That's it. It doesn't matter what the thing is. All that matters is who it belongs to. Let's see what that looks like in practice. Now, that rule might sound almost too simple, I get it. But let's put it to the test right now, and you'll see just how powerful it is. Okay, take a look at this. Let's say Tom calls his mother. Who is the owner here? It's Tom. Tom is a he, so we use his. It makes absolutely no difference that his mother is a woman. We only focus on the owner. Now let's flip it. Sarah calls her father. Who's the owner of the action now? It's Sarah. Sarah is a she, so we use her. The fact that her father is a man, totally irrelevant. The golden rule works every time. Just look at the owner. And this is exactly why this rule is such a lifesaver if you speak other languages. In many languages, like Spanish or French, the word you use actually has to match the object. So you might use a different word for a masculine book versus a feminine table. But in English, forget all that. We made it easier. Just focus on the owner. So, you've totally got the golden rule. Now let's level up your English by looking at a few common tripwires. These are the little tricky spots where even native speakers sometimes get it wrong. First up, body parts. This is a big one. In English, we pretty much always use a possessive word. You say, he broke his leg, not he broke the leg, or I need to brush my teeth. In a lot of other languages, you might just say the, but in English, you've got to show whose body part it is. Okay, the classic battle, it's versus its. They sound exactly the same, which is why they're so tricky. But the rule is actually super simple. It's with no apostrophe shows ownership. The dog wants its food. It's with an apostrophe is just a short way to say it is, like it's a beautiful day. That's all there is to it. And here's the other pair of evil twins. Your shows possession. Is this your phone? Your is just the short version of you are. Here's a quick trick. If you can replace the word with you are and the sentence still makes sense, you need the one with the apostrophe, your. All right, you've got the rules, you know the common mistakes. Are you ready to put it all together? Let's do a quick practice round and see how you do. Okay, first question for you. The sentence is, blank brother is a doctor. The owner is she. So what's the missing word? I'll give you a second to think. Got it? The answer is her. Her brother is a doctor. Remember, we look at the owner, she, not the object, brother. Awesome. Okay, next one. You're asking a question and the owner is I. Can I use blank pen, please? What's the word that goes in there? Of course, it's my. Can I use my pen, please? See? You're totally getting the hang of this. Last one. Let's test one of those common mistakes we just talked about. Which one is it? The dog wants its dinner. Remember the rule about the apostrophe? And the correct answer is it's with no apostrophe. We need the possessive word here to show that the dinner belongs to the dog. If you said it's, you'd be saying it is dinner. And that really brings us right back to our main takeaway. Everything we talked about today, it all comes down to asking yourself one simple question when you're not sure. Who is the owner? If you do that, you'll get the right answer every single time. So let me end with one final question that I know you can answer with total confidence. Whose English is getting better right this very second? That would be your English. You did great.